The Age of War in Conan Exiles is coming to an end, bringing with it the new dawn of the Age of Heroes. A bunch of stuff will be leaving us, and with any new update that does mean a bunch of things are changing. As well as the new changes coming in the Age of Heroes like the living settlements and the companions, we'll also be losing some things from the Age of War. At least in the first chapter anyway. The Katan Exiled Caravans that you see behind me, they'll no longer be available for a little while, and they'll likely be bringing back in the random events. And at some point, the Great Hunt. So now is the time to prepare. If you want a pocket full of thralls to stash away, because it's more vital than ever to have a backup crafter or two, because with the Age of Heroes and the living settlements, they can now take damage and they'll be essentially a regular follower. But only if you place them down like what you would your regular fighters. But there's also a couple of other things that will be leaving with the Katan Caravan, like this splendid outfit that I am wearing if you want to look like one of them, or maybe you want to look like the Mad Prophet. It doesn't really matter which Katan Caravan you go to. For the most part, they have the same recipes unless you're buying the individual armor pieces. But you can actually buy the recipes. Most of these are actually just decorations and they're like some little bracelets. Where are they? Somewhere. For the most part, all Katan Caravans have a trader that will give you those recipes, as well as one you can talk to buy combatants and workers. I just want to take a moment to thank you all so much for the 7,000 subscribers. I'm always astonished anyone watches my videos at all. It means a lot to me that you spend your time watching my videos. And just putting it out there, I have been dabbling with the idea of potentially changing back to my gamer tag and changing my YouTube name. Hopefully that won't be too confusing, but let me know what you'll think about that. But back to the content. I also have separate guides where all the Katan Caravans are located, even though you only really do need to know where one is, like I said, unless you're collecting those individual armor pieces. I also have a video, which will likely be linked in the description or at the end or something, about where to find all the sorcerers and how to get them, because you can go about a whole bunch of noob areas and get their skulls or drag them back with your truncheon to here. And that's something else worth mentioning is these weapons are definitely worth getting a few of. They unfortunately don't have any recipes, but we've got one of the best truncheons and ropes in the game, as well as as far as I know, the best warhammer in the game. And I love me a warhammer. It looks pretty cool. So I'm going to get me up a few of those. Once you have bought those recipes for the armors and learnt them, you will know them next season, so there's not to worry about. If your armor breaks, you can repair it also, which is nice without a kit. After the update, the sorcerers will no longer drop the skulls, well, for the meantime. It's also a good idea to take advantage of getting the crates, because the supply materials do yield some pretty decent stuff. Whoops, just healing myself. That's worth collecting, especially if you like easy steel bars. Now's the time to take advantage of that. And if you're interested in some of those different changes happening in the new Age of Heroes, specifically with the live settlements or living settlements, I do have a video coming out about that because I have some pretty decent pros as well as a couple of cons to point out. But those pros are going to be a game changer. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that one. If you've liked this video, smash that like button. And if you're not already, consider subscribing. Come join the crew. Let's make it 8,000. That would be bloody amazing. Stick around and check out one of my other guides on Conan Exiles, or at the end of the video, I'll have linked to the Katan Caravan guide and the Sorcerer's location guide for a bit of easy farming of those ancient obelisks. And until next time, I hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, morning, whatever it may be, wherever you may be. Have a good one.